Using the distributive property to help find the area of a larger rectangle or more than one rectangle. Okay, so we know that finding area is to multiply the length times the width, and that's just really how many rows times how many columns. So as you can see here, I have 4 rows, so I'm going to write that here. And when I count across all of my columns, if I count them, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can see that I have 13. Sometimes when you look at a multiplication problem like 13 times 4, it can be a bit overwhelming. So our goal today is to try to use the distributive property to try to figure out the area of this larger rectangle without counting all of the dots, but using the way that they told you to use. So I know that I can partition this one big rectangle into 2 smaller rectangles with numbers that are a little bit easier to deal with. I know that out of 13, I can take 10, which would leave me with 3 left over. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to partition into 2 rectangles by drawing a line at the end of where I want to stop. So that gives me this rectangle of 4 and 10 and 4 and 3. I broke 13 up into 10 plus 3. Distributive property says that I could take the sum of 2 different numbers. So for instance, I could say 4 times 10 to find the area of that part and add it to 4 times 3. And I can find the product of both of those and then figure out what my answer is. Distributive property says because I'm multiplying 4 by both of these, I can just do this. I can take the 4 out and I can add 10 plus 3, which is what I did to begin with. I broke 13 up into 10 plus 3, and I can multiply the sum of that plus 4. But breaking it up helps me figure out an answer easier. So 4 times 10, which we know is 40, and 4 times 3, which we know is 12. So 4 times 13 is the same as 40 plus 12, which is 52. 52 square units, because they didn't designate if it was inches or centimeters. And so that's kind of using the distributive property to help you find area of a larger rectangle or 2 smaller rectangles.